Hey everyone, welcome to our new show. This is the Power Half Hour. I am your host, Bill Pierce.
And I'm your other host, Xavier Pierce.
We welcome everybody to the show. This is something new that we're trying. We're hoping that it's going to be pretty badass, hoping everybody likes it. We're going to have all kinds of different stuff going on this, talking about everything, music, whatever the hell we feel like doing. It's our show. We have a very special guest today on our show, our debut show. Please welcome Monica Koohi.
Hello.
So what's up, Monica? How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm really glad to see y'all back in the interviewing scene. It's been a while.
It has been a long time. Now, you're in this new band. Please say the name of the band.
I'm in a new band called Tetrax.
And it's your new project. And this
Yes.
is all. You're working with a guy that what is the name? Dustin Dalton. Right?
Dustin Dalton is my amazing guitar player.
And y'all are still working on some other stuff. I mean, you're trying to get the whole band together, right?
Right. We're basically two people right now. We started this idea. We have a very strong concept for what we want to do, and we did one single we just released. It's very, very new. It's really, really fresh. So we have one single out. We're recording songs right now. Just this week and last week we've been recording, and it's brand new. So I'm really excited about it. We've been working really well together. It's me and Dustin. Dustin's amazing. He's done recorded most of the music for all of the songs, and then we've collaborated on structures, and we've collaborated on tracks and things that we've used, and I've been able to go in and write vocals, and it's just been a really good thing. So
But you also brought us a CD of your singles, which
Yes,
we're
sir.
about to play, and then we're gonna have
hey, you want to check out my mixtape?
we're gonna talk a little bit more after the song. So we want everybody to enjoy this. This is Tetrax, right? Tetrax, right?
Tetrax.
Tetrax. Okay, I want to get it. I promise. We're gonna play this song, and hopefully everybody enjoys it. And well, we'll talk more after.
The stars will
you.
awesome. I mean, I've heard it before on, like, you know, you shared it and you invited people, and we saw that, and we heard it, but it's not nothing like actually hearing it full
Thank
fledged.
you. This is the first time to hear it in stereo.
Yes, and I'm blown away. It's amazing.
Thank you very much. It's kind of funny to listen to your own music with other people in the car. I'll never get used to it.
But when you're on stage, I mean, I know you have monitors coming to you. I mean, you're still hearing your own
Well,
music.
yeah, but I'm performing it then.
That's true. You're the entertainer. I know Xavier had some questions on some stuff that he wanted to kind of tell you about.
Sure.
Well, first off, I thought the song was awesome. The nerd part of me is really, I really think, like, I picture in my mind, this is like a intro song for an anime. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
I can see it because it's awesome. I love it. My first question would be, like, the name Tetrax. I love it, but I want to know where it originated from.
Sure. Yeah. It's kind of a esoteric name, but I think that's by design. The name is from, it's a Greek word, or, it means the 4-season year. It represents divine order. It has a lot of different meanings, but for us, we also wanted to use a name that may not conjure up meaning immediately, so that we could kind of make it our own. Whenever you think of that word, you think of what we're doing, because, and in a way that's symbolic of what we sing about, which is creating your own reality, creating what you want. So we created this name, which, yes, has meaning and has been there for a long time, since ancient times, but we've also created it to be what we want it to be. So there's a lot of things about that. I like to think of it as it's a name that we've given to the place that you go. You know those moments whenever everything seems like it's lined up and you feel like, you know, a song touches you or things are really great and you're kind of in the zone, I think a lot of people call it.
Yeah.
I like to call that being in the Tetrax, and that's where that's the name that we've given it. So that's where I want the music to take people. I want people to be like, okay, we've entered into this.
Into the Tetrax.
This. Not only because of us or our music, but just their own place of alignment.
I got you. That's cool.
So thank you.
So, what does this song mean?
This song I'm really excited about. It's called Gravity. And the lyrics, it has a lot of different meanings. Just like you said, the nerd side of you has appealed to some of appeals to some of this. Me too. And I don't necessarily think it's nerdy. I think it has a lot of implications over a wide array of subjects. But the song Gravity is about, when you think about laws in the universe that have been here forever, gravity has been here before anyone discovered it, before anyone scientifically could prove that there was gravity. It's still there. So I think that there are a lot of, and think of how much it affects your life and how much it affects the stars and the earth and the coming and going of the sun and planets. What a real tangible thing that is before there was even a name for it. And it's talking about that, as well as what other forces could there be in the world that we haven't discovered yet, that don't have a name yet, that we haven't conceptualized. If you brought up the law of gravity to someone millions of years ago, or historically sometime, they might think you're off your rocker. So there's some things now that people may bring up or talk about that others might think is completely insane, but in the future you can, they end up being a very scientifically based phenomena that influences everything that you're doing. So we were wanting people to question what other things might be influencing them that we don't have a name for yet.
Well, what I'm really astonished about is really you haven't played a show yet. You have one single out. You put this out on Facebook. You kind of did a little countdown on when that was going to all take place. You guys are almost at 700 likes. Some bands don't even see 700 likes in the first year. You haven't even done a show yet. You haven't even
crazy.
Performed live, and that's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been so thankful and impressed by the response that we've gotten too. We're a 2-person band right now. And we've been a band for about, at this point, we've been a band for about a month, a few weeks, almost, not even a month. And the response has been incredible. The response has been incredible for actually purchasing our single, viewing the single, viewing YouTube, viewing our Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram. And I think that the concept behind what we're doing is strong, and the intention behind our motivation for this is strong. And I think that's what resonates with people, because you can put it in front of people's face all day long, whatever it is that you want to give them, but if it's not something that they resonate with, it's only going to go so far, I think. And so we're definitely pushing it and wanting to continue to grow, but the initial response has been so incredible, and I'm really thankful for all of you for catching on and appreciating that. And we're doing it because we love it, and I think that that's what's resonating with people. We're exploring things, we're having fun. We're not just trying to be, some sort of rock star. We're just,
Just doing what you're doing.
we have something to say. So
also, I was going to ask you, since y'all haven't really had, you haven't had a first show, what can people expect? I mean, you don't have to go in full detail, but what can people expect to that live performance when they do come see you?
Sure. We, as high concept as our music is, and the time and energy that we've put into this music, we want to put into our live show. And I was talking with Dustin, my guitar player, the other day, and we were saying as much time and energy as we've put into our recordings, and that we're putting into our recordings, and our writing and the passion that we've put behind it, we want to put that into our live show. So we have a lot of concepts for what we want to do as far as live shows go, and we're going to do that, but you're gonna have to come out to one soon and see what we have up our sleeves.
So what you're saying is you're going to blow people's minds.
I hope so.
That's good. You're going to pull them into your fantasy up on that stage?
I think that's the point.
That's a good point. It's about time. We need that in the scene.
Yeah, and I think music's headed in a different direction with live shows, because the music business itself has changed.
Yes.
It used to be that a lot of your money and sales and things came from your actual song sales and your record sales, but I think it's shifting. That is a part of it, but on the business side of things, it is shifting to where most people are getting most of their revenue from live shows and from touring, and I think that that's causing people to step up a little bit on their live shows. And that's not just something to think about business-wise, but it's also, I think, a blessing in disguise, because it's a part that's been forgotten that is a huge tool to convey a message that you're wanting to with your music. If you there's some bands that it works for, but there's some bands that you can bring people's emotions out so much using art and color and light and just creating a mood for someone to hear a song in. There's a difference between listening to a song, like, think about it. If you've listened to a song whenever you're in a specific type of mood, that song resonates with you in a different way than if you just are, somewhere in here in the elevator. It might not feel the same to you. So I think that's a tool to help people hear your message more.
So pretty much you're going to make your shows more events than shows. You're going to actually get people involved,
I sure hope
which
so.
is very important nowadays. People want to have fun when they're spending that money. So
Right?
I sure the hell I do. I want to have fun, man. I don't go just see a show anybody can play on stage. I want to see an event. I want to enjoy myself.
That's good to hear.
You got anything else you'd like to ask her?
I was gonna touch back up on the theme situation. What would you say your main theme was, or is?
For our album, or for the song, or
for the band in general?
right. I think you can write a song about anything. You can write a song about breaking up with someone. You can write a song that's happy. You can write a song that is a very intense topic. You can write a song about something that's really flippant. But in my perspective right now, those songs, there's some songs like that are amazing, but for me, I don't tend to go back to those songs over and over. I like to get to the root of where that emotion came from or where those feelings came from. So I think with this band, instead of focusing on specific events that happen, like this is a song about this is a song about that, I like to get to the root cause of where these emotions came from. Like, why do you have this emotion? Why do you feel negative? You know, why do you feel positive? And what is this telling you about yourself? So it's really thinking of it universally and using me and Dustin as a band are really interested in physics. We're really interested in spirituality, all of the things that encompass those two things together. And so we like to use those things to kind of make it more, you know, look at the spiritual implications of science and spirituality and physics, all sorts of things.
So really, the main focus of your music is to get people, like, get personal with people and get them thinking about why they feel
right
the way they do about certain
right
things.
Because you can listen to a song. Sometimes it's really cathartic to listen to a song and be like, oh, this expresses my anger, you know. But what I think our place and what makes us different, there's a lot of value to that. But our place is saying, what is anger? You know.
Like pulling anger apart.
Yeah.
Actually.
How does that serve you? You know, aside from the specifics of what you might be talking about.
That's really cool.
So.
Well, that's awesome.
Thank you.
It's about time. Somebody does it. I mean, but you're also considered like space metal, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, because it's really melodic. It's progressive in nature. So I mean.
Thank you.
I mean, you actually. Well, of course, you're an awesome singer, but the talent alone and the music itself is just amazing, and that's what the talent is what's going to pull me into the door to actually go.
Thank you. You know, working with Dustin has been a huge benefit, and I think that him and I are on a very same creative level. So whenever we get together and able to collaborate, we don't have we just bounce ideas off of each other really easily, and there's not a lot of conflict. There's you know, at all. So we're just working through it, and
Well, he's a badass guitarist.
I think so. Thanks. I'm glad to have him around.
I've seen him play live, so I know how awesome he is. So
Thanks.
of course
I think
now
so too.
now with this new project, but
I wish you could have been here.
I know, it'd have been fucking cool. But well, thanks for any question. You got any other questions for Monica Koohi? Anything? Oh, I do have one more question. Your influence as a singer. What are your influences? I mean, it would be awesome to hear that.
My influences. That is a very complicated question. I have a lot of influences that don't sound like necessarily how I sound, but a lot of times it's the essence of a person's approach that really resonates with me. I'm a big fan of Tetrax. I'm a big fan of Marilyn Manson even. Maynard is a huge influence. Freddie Mercury is absolutely at the top of the list for me. And I think the essence of those people really resonate with me. And even sometimes someone that may not be in the same genre even. Like, I love the approach that, like, Cher has, you know, or somebody that's a little eccentric or went there in a different way. So I have a lot of varied influences, and a lot of new bands lately that I've been enjoying. So.
But I also heard a little history of Monica Koohi is she used to be a drummer at one time. Is that true?
Told you that.
I don't know, you know.
Aren't you the drummer?
Not anymore.
Okay, whenever I was 13, I started out playing drums, and I definitely don't claim to be a drummer now. I collaborate with drums. I collaborate with all of the musicians that we use. But I was drawn to drums just. I think, you know, I think drums are a really symbolic instrument. I remember talking to someone that was a native person, and a Native American, and he was talking to me about drums, and he was saying that the drums represent the heartbeat, and the rhythm of the earth. And I think that that's a really beautiful thing. And while I did play drums, in high school and things like that, I think that that's what I carry with me. That's like a very symbolic thing. And
Yeah, but when you're writing music, actually being not just a singer, and also playing drums at one time, you know exactly what you want.
it does give you a whole nother perspective, because if you think about it, like, just as to where they're placed on a stage, the drums are, upstage, and the singer is downstage.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the opposite version, and so that definitely gave me a different perspective, and I think it gave me a more well-rounded approach to being a singer, because I don't want to be the lead singer that's just, it's all about me. I know what he's going through, I know what everyone is doing, and I need them. We need each other. So it definitely helps, and I love being able, we all to collaborate together. It's not just, well, you do your part, I do my part.
Yeah, but it's a passion. It's a
Absolutely.
team. You have to be a team.
Absolutely.
Can't be a team, then what are you doing this for?
Exactly. And you can have so much more. I like to call it the collective consciousness. The collective conscious. Whenever you can have, 3 or 4 minds together doing something instead of just one, sometimes you can get really amazing work done.
Most definitely. Well, we really appreciate you being in our backseat for our backseat interview.
Oh my.
And we can't wait to see a show. Tell them exactly where they can find you too,
Sure.
if they've never heard of you, so they know.
We are Tetrax, that's Tetrax. We're on Facebook.com/Tetrax Band, Instagram and Twitter at Tetrax Band. And you can download the single that you just heard there at tetrax.bandcamp.com. We love Bandcamp because you can buy the single for $1 on there, but you have the option of, if you want to support us, putting whatever you want. And we've been thankful for all the donations that we've gotten. And I think that's a huge website to support, because it definitely helps support us. So come and find us. We've got a lot of stuff. We're not just posting about updates for the band. We're also posting interesting things about what the songs are about, like what we're talking about, gravity, and talking about science and spirituality. So come and say hello.
And one other question.
Sure.
When can we expect this full CD?
Oh
Because
my.
you're putting actually not an EP, you're doing a full-blown CD.
It's
right?
been so great because we've been able to. We're starting this band doing basically a full length. We're still deciding on the exact number of tracks that we're gonna have, but we're recording it right now. So I would say in the next, it'll be a few months, maybe 2 months ish. But those things kind of give and take. It might be earlier, it might be soon, it might be later, but we're working every day, and I'm excited. So, and then we're gonna start booking some shows, and
Well, you're
Yeah,
gonna
get
have
the
that
full
CD
experience.
release show, so that's gonna have to be amazing right off the bat.
I hope so. I mean, I know so.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. Well, you have to just, keep us informed. Let us know what's going on. We'll share you. We'll share you on DFW Undercover. We'll share you. We're gonna make a page for our Power Half Hour show, and we'll just keep pushing it.
Thank you, and I appreciate what y'all are doing. That's why I'm really honored to be the first guest, and I think that you guys, what you've done in the scene for a long time, has helped, and we need that. So you guys support these guys too. It will help us all.
Well, we're gonna do a little finish statement. Got anything you want to say to the viewers about some upcoming shows? Or upcoming shows on our...
Just let it be known that this isn't all about music. We're going to be touching up on multiple subjects, whatever we feel like. What y'all could even, ask us to collaborate on certain subjects. It's going to be whatever we want it to be. If you like this, let us know. Leave a like. If there's something you dislike, leave a comment and we'll check it out.
Doesn't mean we'll change it. We'll just check it out.
We'll check it out. I mean, if it makes sense, then we'll change it. But if not, then
Oh well.
woohoo. But yeah,
Well, as I said, I'm Bill Pearson.
I'm Xavier.
This is Quiet Xavier, and we want to also say we want to thank Mike Rice. He's Knockouts Haircuts for Men. We want to thank him as our sponsor for our shows and our upcoming episodes. And we want to thank very much Monica Koohi for being here.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for
having
doing
me.
this with us.
Thanks for having me. I had a good time.
Hope you enjoyed the debut.